So, so we were staying out, and we waited for one of our friends, his girlfriend to come out. And then after that, we all went. After that, we stayed out for a little bit, then went home. Well,
Oh, yeah.
then the next day, they wanted to stay out till 6 o'clock because there's this club on after school, like called Phase, and it's like near our school, and it's like a club. And well, one of them, who we stayed out with yesterday, he went home to go get changed, but me and the other guy stayed. We stayed in New Romney.
Yeah.
So, so what happened was, because we stayed out the previous day, and today was cold, and the previous day it was really boring, we didn't do anything. The only thing we done that was fun was just walk through a field, and we tried getting across it with like jumping or something, but we decided not to do it because we knew we weren't going to make it, and we were just doing that to pass time. But then we didn't have, on Thursday it was cold, and I knew we stayed out till 5 that previous day, and I know if I stayed out till 6 there would be nothing else to do as well, and it was cold and I didn't have my coat. So I wanted to go home, right? Well, I turned to my friend, I was like, oh, how nice would it be if I got this bus right here? And he was like, I was like, oh, would you care if I got the bus right here? He was like, yeah, don't. And then I was like, oh, I don't want to stay out though, and I'd rather just go home. So he was like, okay, and then I got the bus. Then I go to give him some sweets, like give to him the rest of my sweets. It's called saves. Do you have that at your school?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he didn't call saves, but I was just giving it to him because I knew he wasn't gonna be happy with me getting the bus. So I got on the bus, and then the next day I didn't come into school because I had this thing called pinworms, and it's like these worms that grow inside your body.
You told me.
Yeah, I think I told you. Yeah. So I didn't come to school because of that, and then he gathered because he was really mad with me. And then
Why?
he started telling everyone that I ditched him. And then basically, he's turned like everyone at the school against me. And because I didn't come in the next day, everyone started assuming that I was a pussy, and I thought I was going to get beat up, so I didn't come in. Because no one knows that I had it, and it's really contagious. Like, you can spread it really easily, and I didn't want to give it to anyone. And then, so now, basically, he's like posting stuff of me on his story and shit like that, and like trying to like be a dickhead.
Wait, so he's trying to basically bully you?
Yeah, because I didn't stay out with him. And he's made everyone like go against me, except some people that have asked me and said to me like, asked me about it, and I explained it to them, and they were like, yeah, he's been such a dickhead. But I've only explained it to 2 people, which is I've played with on PS4 in like the previous 2 days. So yeah, now he's just like, and I said sorry to him, and I told him why, and the reason why I didn't want to stay out is because he told me that he might not even be allowed to go to the club at 6 o'clock. He needs to call his mum and ask her, and it was 4 o'clock, and he still hadn't called his mum and asked her. So I went home, and then he went and got the other guy who was still waiting in the bus stop to go home and get changed, and then they all went to his house in Dungeness. He lives in Dungeness. So yeah, now he's like, he won't leave me alone, and he's like calling me, and I have a feeling when I come back to school, like they were like I don't know how, like my best friends at school, and now they all don't like me just because I didn't stay out with him.
Idiot.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So I reckon that this is what's going to happen. When I don't come in school Monday, people are going to start assuming it's because I'm scared again. But it's because I'm on holiday, which is going to be annoying, so, yeah.
Do you still have Instagram?
Yeah.
Okay. Because what's it called? I went to go tag you in this post that I done, and didn't come up with your name.
Oh, I think maybe this, wait, I'm not sure. Maybe you're doing it wrong. This
Did you get a glitch where you started losing followers?
Yeah, I lost 30 followers.
Yeah, I lost like 100 or something.
Like, yeah,
I was on 300 and something.
Some of my friends went from 2,000 down to 1,700.
Yeah,
like,
I know,
they lost so much. But yeah, so that's like I was gonna ask you your opinions on that. Like, isn't that really fucking stupid?
Yeah, it's stupid.
But the
He's
thing
basically
is,
trying to get the whole
even
school
mad
to
at
bully
me.
you.
Yeah, he wasn't even mad at me until I guess later on when he told one of his mates, and then his mates was like, oh yeah, he's a dickhead, you shouldn't like him, and then basically like brainwashed him because he wasn't like that. Like, he was only like that the next day, when he came back from school. And if he was really mad at me, why didn't he text me, like, you know? Actually, no, he called me when I got home. Wait, I'm not sure actually. Maybe he did just not get mad at me. Because he called me when he got home, but that was because he had his mates there as well. He had the 2 other people there with him. So I kind of believe they might have like made him go against me, but and then basically he's like telling me that he's like, because I used to be friends with some other guy, I was friends with another friend group, but when I came back, I like, this is what he always says. He's always like, oh yeah, I brought you into this friend group. No, basically, so this guy, right? We were all bunking off French class, and
Oh,
and
you naughty,
3 of
naughty
us,
boy.
and so he has this thing called a mat card, and it's like lets him walk out lessons whenever he's mad, and he gets to stay somewhere for 10 minutes and he has to go back. Well, basically, we get caught, and then he lies to him and says, "Oh yeah, I was just I'm just going to the Mac," and then basically he doesn't get in trouble, but then me and this other guy get a 3-hour in seclusion and 2 hour after school, and he doesn't get any punishment. And then me and him were like, "Yeah, you kind of owe us for that. Like, we just got 5 hours and you didn't take the punishment with us."
5 hours?
Like, oh. Yeah, 3 hours seclusion, 2 hours after school. And then he said to me, he was like, "Oh, so I brought you into his friend group. Does that mean you owe me? Because if I kick you out, that means you'll have no friends." And I was like, "No, because like I obviously will. It's just like I became friends with you, and then you just like introduced me to everyone else."
Granddad.
You still hear me?
Yeah, Ricky.
Okay.
What's it called? Do you have a USB adapter? Like a thing like where it has like you can plug it into a USB slot and it has more USB slots.
Oh, like yes.
Yeah, because I need it because I want to start using this again.
Oh, you want a thing with
so I can use these use USBs, yeah, and I want to use that as well.
I'll dig them out.
Thank you.
Right,
Bye bye, love you. Yeah.
You should have said "love you," no homo.
No, full homo, bro. I'm joking.
But no, yeah, so. Yeah,
He
because
does
he's
seem
always
like a
like,
bit of
"Oh
a
yeah, I
dickhead.
brought you into his friend group, so that means you owe me."
So
like,
that
and then
blackmails you
later on,
24/7.
later on he called me. I think it was like, it was on like Saturday or something, and he called me and he was like, "Oh yeah, by the way, we're not your." He was like, "By the way, we're not your friends anymore."
Whoa.
And then that's how I knew that there was people with him. And then I heard someone say something to him, and he was like, "Oh yeah," and you know how I just said that I was friends with some other guy, but different friend group. He was like, "Oh yeah, so don't try and go back to," and he said that guy's name. He's like, "Don't try and go back to him and his friends because because I told him about you chatting behind his back and all that." I was only saying that because basically what happens is before I was at school, he was. Oh, okay.
Hit
So
them
before
both
I was at
33.
school, this is a different guy that I was friends with before I joined the other guy's friend group in September. But
Made him fall.
before I came back, yeah, he was best friends with some other geezer. Then when I came, he became best friends with me. So then when I stopped hanging out with him, he became best friends with the old guy again. And I was like saying that he uses him. Well then basically that guy told him about that, and he was like, "Oh yeah, don't try and go back to them. Because they're not gonna." I told him about that, and
Grandma,
now
stop.
he's not gonna let you be his friend.
Yeah, I know, but I'm doing something.
But then obviously I have other friends, so I'm not really bothered. But it's like such a big kid. And I bet you. And
He's
he,
so
he
lit.
didn't like
Oh
me.
my!
Oh shit. He doesn't like me, but he asked me to come to his girl's party. But people are saying he only asked that just so he could try and fight me there. When why would he want to fight me if he
please.
doesn't like me? Then if he doesn't fight me, then why can't he leave me alone now? Like I haven't done anything to him. Oh fuck off
Quick,
with this
quick.
plane! I got 2 medkits.
Yes, and I got minis
I know
as
we're
well.
gonna get fucking pushed.
Yeah. Oh well, we can still last for a sec.
No fuck. Dig down, dig down. Oh no, stay here.
Yeah, don't replace
Drop
it.
me some minis, please. No, it's my floor anyway.
Okay, let's go down now. Oh.
Hold on.
They just kill people, by the way.
He's below us.
fuck?
You got the same thing you got. Got me. No, he's tore me. No, Barbie, help me, please. They just thirsted.
Mate, I didn't have an SMG.
So yeah, ain't that guy like such a dickhead? And he's also posting stuff on his story. Oh yeah, I already told you that. Like he was like, oh that kid's so wet, and had a picture of me.
What does wet mean? I haven't found a pump once yet. Like this always happens to me. And the one time I find a pump, like as soon as I get it, I die.